Okay, here's my wife's car. Before I go to the touchless, we park outside, so we get a lot of these, I guess they're bug doo-doos or something. Not bird. Anyway, let's see how the car wash does and compared to the rinseless today. So there's still some spots. I'm gonna see, I'm doing a comparison between O&R Wash and Wax and O&R Hyperfoam. This one's only, I think this is 4 ounces per gallon. I added more to this to give it 8 ounces per gallon. Let's try it out. Down here. Okay. Let's wipe them off. So wash and wax. One came off, one's still there. And all three, looks like 3 out of 4 are still here on this one. So it definitely needs a little bit of friction going on here. Try it over here. Wash and wax. O&R Hyperfoam. So Hyperfoam seems to do better there. I don't know if it matters that much. All right, not a very scientific test, but all right, okay. I did it on the passenger side. I'm on the driver's side. So I have these bug doo-doos over here. So I'm going to do the O&R Wash and Wax as a pre-spray, and I'm going to compare it to O&R Hyperfoam, which is in this bottle. This is 1 ounce for 32. And this one is about, this is double, 2 ounces per 32. Let's do the O&R first. Let's do the O&R, the Hyperfoam. And we're going to wipe it off with a damp rag with O&R Wash and Wax. See how we do here. That was just a light wipe, harder wipe, still a little bit. This is the Hyperfoam. Hyperfoam seemed to do a little better. Not 100% though. Let's do the Hyperfoam on this guy here. I don't know. I think the Hyperfoam is a little better. Maybe it's all in my head. It's got more surfactants in it. But this is the 8 ounces per gallon, which is quite a lot. I don't feel any extra slickness. I used half that ratio on my truck, and I didn't compare to Uber SiO2 as far as slickness. And I just want to try it out, and I double it up, and it still just doesn't compare. All right, I'll try it on the window again too. See you there. Okay, so I'm not too impressed with the O&R Wash and Wax. Like I said, I did bump up the dilution to match their recommendation, 8 ounces per gallon. Still, I don't get a lot of slickness. So here I am on the rear panel. You can see some dirt, but I'm going to compare it to another product here. So we'll go ahead and do it on this window and See how it goes. Now there is some slickness here. I wish I had something else. Maybe I'll use some hyperfoam in comparison. And it does clean the window fairly well. So if you've got an extra bottle of O&R wash and wax and you don't know what to do with it, maybe it's not your favorite anymore, use 8 ounces per gallon and maybe it'll be effective on the windows. And it does smell good, like I said many times. But here might be an alternative here. Here's an ounce of no rinse if you have the old formula and you don't want to use it anymore. This is version 5. And then I added 2 ounces of express wax. So is this better than O&R wash and wax? Let's find out. Oops. Oops. And I'm just gonna oop it up here. Okay. Gotta grab a different rag here. Not too worried about the cleaning ability because now on the wipe on, it actually is not as slick. When you do a dry wipe, you know what? I think it is slicker, the wash and wax. Maybe it has a higher ratio, dilution ratio. So I'm going to say it's better than O&R with some express wax mixed, as far as slickness for sure. Cleanliness, I don't know, it's hard to tell. Like I said, I'd use a straight window cleaner if you needed that. But I can tell you both of these don't compare to Uber SiO2 at 1 ounce per 32 for slickness. And there's a touch of residue on that one. I say residue because the windshield wipers are kind of scraping it up. But not too bad. Thank you for watching. The rear windows will be best for like residue for the O&R wash and wax. Again, this is full recommended strength, 8 ounces per gallon. Let's try it on this half of the window. Flip it over. Yeah, there's no residue here. I think we're good. Recommended for windows at full strength. Okay, here's what the hood looks like if I got home with the sun. This does not have as many, man, I'm telling you, I think this was after I drove home. But anyway, I don't think there's much residue. I wiped it off a little better, I think, than when I did my truck over here. Anyway, I give it a thumbs up as long as you use 8 ounces per gallon on the wash and wax. I would just add some spray wax to whatever rinseless I got. I'm not sure I would buy the product just for the wash and wax or the wax portion. And yeah, it's great smell though. Get it on sale. Talk to you. Bye.